Hello, folks. So here we go. Part 2, where we take all the information from our planning sheet that we just did, and now we turn it into a poster. So first, I'm going to need 6 different boxes. So, could you use a ruler for it? You absolutely could. Am I going to? No, I am not. Why? Because I did not think to bring a ruler over before I sat down and got everything set up and pressed record. So instead, kind of by hand. As a matter of fact, let me boost you guys up a little bit so that you can see the whole thing. You're on top of a great big cracker bear. Let's see. All right, so first things first. We're going to need 6 spaces, so let's make 6 of them. I'm going to do the first one relatively big because I want to show the guy in his normal habitat. And I get bored if I just sectioned it off, so then I'm going to do some different cuts, right? That will go down here, bring this one up, and then this one over. Just for a little bit of more, just a little bit more excitement. All right, number 1. Now, your first one is going to be your animal living in a forest. So we're going to start off with the brown ground, right? There is the ground. We're going to need some trees because it's a forest. And trees, so leaves. And then we need our bird. Now I'm going to start this bird off pretty plain looking, no reason to be fancy. And remember, we already identified on our pre-planning sheet what that starting bird kind of looks like. So now I'm just going to draw that bird here. So his little legs, the wing, right? There's our starting bird. All right, number 2. Now this is the one where his food gets poisonous skin. So now he gets the hooked beak in order to get through it. So now I need to show that. So let's do a close-up on the ground. And here is his poisonous food. Let's say it's some sort of fruit or seed. Poisonous stuff tends to be red and orange, kind of to let you know that it's poisonous. So we'll draw some red spots on it. We'll include some orange on it too. And then the rest of it will be a kind of a yellow-green color. So we'll do some yellow. A little bit of green. Once again, I'm not looking for amazing artwork. I'm looking for evidence of the animal's change. All right, now the bird. I don't feel like drawing the whole bird. I don't need to draw the whole bird. The whole bird doesn't get to change. It's really just the beak that changes. So now I'm just going to draw his head coming in here with this great big hooked beak. He'll have black, lifeless eyes, like a shark. Little nose there. That's what a beak looks like. Give him a little tongue, because birds have tongues. And you know what? I'll add a little bit of color, some other details here. More like a falcon or a parrot beak, you know, these big, kind of robust things. So there we see the change. We see the hooked beak that he did not have in the first one. Wonderful. Moving on then to picture number 3, which is event number 2. All right, so this is the big stomping feet. So this is where he gets the clawed hands. So now I want to draw this great big stomping foot thing. And because I feel like being silly, I'm going to make it look like a sneaker. Why? Because I feel like it. I think it, okay, it's a very poor sneaker or boot or whatever. See, it's a stomping foot. Maybe some hair. Were dinosaurs hairy? No, we don't really have a whole lot of evidence of that. But once again, this is a project, and I want to have some fun with it. All right, now what was my adaptation here? Well, my bird got the hooked fingers on his wing in order to help him hold on to the trees. So now I'll draw a big tree right here. And I need to show him on there. Now, once again, drawing him the way I was isn't going to work so well. That was just an idea. So now I'll draw him with his big hooked beak. Holding on. Remember, at this point, it's not about hiding. He's not trying to hide. Now he's just trying to hold on to get up out of the way of this big dinosaur. And then, you know, we'll do some leaves up top to show how big everything is. The dirt ground and some tree effects. All right, not too bad. Now moving over to the next one. So this is going to be number 4. This is the first one that everyone shares. This is the Dinosaur Extinction. So, you know, what caused the dinosaur extinction? Well, there was this whole meteor thing. And that thing was hurtling down like a fireball of doom towards the ground. All right, so there's my meteor coming down. We'll do some sort of big old dinosaur looking at it. Maybe something like a T-Rex-ish. Now I need to show my guy camouflaged. So I'm going to draw my bird. Let's put him, I'm going to put him down here so that he's also watching what's coming. Remember to put your last round of adaptations on there too. But now remember, he is camouflaged. So that beak may not be bright orange anymore. And now I want him to look like more of a plant. So he's got some green on him. maybe even in leaf-like shapes. He'll have some brown along the belly to counter shade him. And then I'm going to go with a little bit of a middle color, and I would prefer more of a tan, but I just don't have that handy. You guys will have all the markers that are available here for it. Now he will be evolved to blend in with his environment. So now what I want to do is I want to show that. So there's going to be some green plants around him. I want to show some of those yellowish rocks or seeds, whatever they might be, so that we're showing that the colors he has match the colors in his environment. And then obviously that same brown dirt. Moving over then to number 5. We're almost done. Now, this was event 4. And now this is when the fast predator shows up. This is after the dinosaur extinction. So if I think fast predator, I think something like a cat. You know, something strong, something that's a terrible leg. Oh my Lord, that's a terrible leg. I'm not even going to draw the other leg. These guys magically run on one leg because that one's so bad. I'm not going to save myself by trying to do any better. Right? We've got our kitty cat thing. Now, for our bird, now it gets bright tail feathers. That doesn't change the rest of it. That's just the tail. So first we've got the same hooked beak that it got way up here in event 1. We have the wings with the same hooked claws that it had from the big dinosaur stompy feet. Now the difference will be these tail feathers, like a peacock. Big, bright, colorful, trying to tell the predator, you don't want to mess with me. I'm poisonous, or I'm just real big. All right, so first, let's get the colors. He was green all over his head and his beak. With those leaf designs. Should they be the exact same? Not necessarily. Don't worry about it if they get adjusted a little bit. Right, this continues all the way down his back. Same brown belly. Same yellow, tannish, whatever color you want to call this. All right, now though, what about those tail feathers? I want them to be colors that really stand out once he brings them up and opens them up. So I'm going to make them bright blue. And I'm patterning this off of a peacock, like I said, who has those same bright tail feathers. Now, this is not what a peacock uses them for, but we could borrow the idea. And then colors that really like show up with that. Let's go with some red. And I'm going to go with the same pattern that I kind of came up with. And some yellow all through here. So the idea is that this cat shows up, finds the bird, and then suddenly the bird opens up this big tail display and it's weird colors, and the cat goes, I have no idea what that is. That could be dangerous to me. It's no longer worth eating. And then we move on to our final picture. Picture number 6, event number 5. This is the Ice Age. So for the Ice Age, there will be snowflakes in the air because it's super cold. Now, once again, I don't need to show the whole bird. I just need to show what it does. So I'm just going to draw the head coming in here. There's going to be the big hooked beak. The same dead black eyes. Now, keep the colorations. There's no reason for it to change. Because now he's not looking to camouflage anymore. The dinosaurs are gone. So he's got that green cap, that leaf-like thing coming down behind his eye. The rest of his face still has the same orange. But now he breathes fire. And why is he breathing fire? Well, he's trying to find his food. He's trying to melt the ice so he can eat his favorite food source, the one that went poisonous in event 1, this poisonous skinned melon. So I go back number 1. And I will show the ice around it melting. And otherwise, it'll just be like a solid block of ice. All right, that was my idea. Now, I'm giving you guys a solid week to get your version of this project done. I just did this one in about 20 minutes. Now, is this a 100? No, definitely not. I could have put more detail in over here. I definitely could have added some color in here. This cat could use some sort of coloration. Same thing with the dino over here. The adaptations are good. And my full pre-planning sheet is done. These two things turned in together, this would be a decent grade. Not perfect, but probably like an 85. Because we cover all the changes. We cover the adaptations. We cover why. And then this one shows each of them in action. So that's not a bad project. That's pretty good. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what I will be expecting from you over the course of this week. I hope that these 2 videos have helped you to clarify what the project is, how to do the project, and kind of the concept behind how it works. I can't wait to see what everybody comes up with. This is one of my favorite ones of the year because people get so creative and come up with such neat and sometimes unique ideas. It's really, really fun. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great day, and I'll see you in class.